Hello my friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I feel like is super relevant and super, I don't know, a lot of people have questions about it, and very helpful. That is, how do you afford living in a big city? So I'm currently living in downtown Vancouver, and so many people are like, oh my god, how do you afford living in Vancouver? Well, I'm about to tell you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is living. So living in Vancouver is super expensive, as is living in any major city. Toronto, New York City, any major city is going to be expensive. I listed those two because I've also lived sort of in those two before. So I know the expenses, I know the feeling, I know what it's like. So how have I lived in those cities before? Well, in pretty much every situation, I've had a roommate. So my number one tip is find a roommate. So I understand that getting a roommate, it can be super difficult because I have had some awful roommate experiences, and to me that's okay because it also just tells you who you want in your life. If it didn't work out, then they just weren't meant to be in your life. It's fine, whatever, give it a shot anyway. And there's some things that you can do to kind of ease your roommate situation. You can have lists, just be super open with them, have strong communication. I currently have a new roommate, and it's Kayla, who's in a lot of my YouTube videos. She also does YouTube, and I am so pumped to have Kayla as my roommate. Things are going so well so far. We're actually just splitting a 1-bedroom unit, which I'm going to do a video tour on later. And things are going super well with us. And I honestly don't think we're going to have any issues because we both have very similar values. We get along super well. We know each other. And I think it's going to be really chill. And like I said, we're splitting a 1-bedroom. It is a quite spacey, roomy 1-bedroom. So we have the room for each other. But that being said, we're splitting the rent that I used to be paying on my own now between the both of us. So we're both paying $800 a month for our apartment, and it's saving us both a lot of money. So tip number 1, get a roommate. Tip number 2, if you really don't want a roommate, that's cool. Look into getting basement apartments. So basement apartments will just be cheaper than living on your own in a big tall building. Sorry, I don't know why I did the hand actions. I move my arms a lot. Anyway, another tip is just go a little bit on the outskirts of the city. So for Toronto, go a little bit more east. It'll be a bit cheaper. Don't be so downtown core. For Vancouver, you could move a bit into Burnaby. Burnaby's still a little bit expensive though, so you just kind of have to like really look and search in Vancouver, because you will find places that are less expensive. So those are my main tips for living situations. Get roommates, basement apartment, live a little bit outside the city. My next tip is transportation. So walk anywhere that you can. I have a car, which I love my car so much, and I do not want to give up my car. But for big cities, you can pretty much walk anywhere, or you can take transit to places. I love my car because I have friends who live outside of the city that I really like to visit, and I just love being able to get up and like go to North Van or go wherever I would like in my car. So anyway, but if you don't have a car, or you do have a car and you can give it up, then just walk or take public transportation to save you some money. Next, groceries. So one really great tip for groceries is to look always for groceries. Like, they're gonna have sections that are like, they have produce sections that aren't going bad, but they either don't look as nice or they're on their way to going bad. So I love to look through that section, especially for things like carrots, potatoes. They always have those. Bananas, and I freeze bananas. I buy a bunch and I freeze them and have them for smoothies. So that's a tip for grocery shopping. Also, another tip for grocery shopping is trying to avoid the fancier stores like Whole Foods and going to places like No Frills or Independent Grocer, or going to places that you have a loyalty card for. So if you have an Optimum card, use your places that you can use your Optimum card so you can get your points. If you have air miles, use places you can use your air miles cards so you can get points and redeem your cash and save money that way. Or also using coupons, or if you have a roommate, buying groceries with your roommate will help you save money as well. Another tip is eating out less. I love to order in food because sometimes I'm so lazy to cook because I just don't have the inspiration to cook. So lately I've just been flipping through old cookbooks to try and find some inspiration to make new meals so that I can make like fancy things by myself and save money that way. Honestly, it saves so much money if you eat out less. I know that might seem like an obvious thing, but if you're like me and you love to order in food, try looking up recipes. There are some great ones online. Some of my favorite cookbooks are Oh She Glows and Hot for Food. Is it Hot for Food? I think so. I'll put a picture of them. But yeah, they're also vegan, but even if you're not vegan, they're fantastic. Another little hack for cookbooks is sometimes I go to Chapters and I flip through cookbooks and I take pictures of them, of the recipes I want to use. So if you want to find new recipes in a cookbook but you don't want to look for them, go to Chapters and take pictures. Anyway, or go online and find blogs and recipes online too. Next tip, make your tea or coffee at home. Tea, if you buy tea like at a place, it's so expensive. If you make it at home, it's like, if you calculate the cost per tea bag because you get it in like a package, it's like crazy how much they charge you at a cafe for tea. So just like get your milk at home and get your tea at home, and yeah, you'll save a lot of money. I say tea because I drink tea. Same thing for coffee though. You can save so much money by making your coffee at home. Another tip I do for that is I usually get like Starbucks gift cards for my birthday and for Christmas, and my rule for myself is either if I don't have my Starbucks gift card on me or if I no longer have a Starbucks gift card and I'm out, I cannot buy Starbucks. I have to only use the gift card. So once that gift card is done, no more Starbucks for me. And I've actually found that really helpful. I usually don't have that kind of restraint or willpower, but I found that really helpful, and it's good for saving some cash. Next tip is doing activities. So instead of like, now that we can go out to bars and stuff again, I know it's super exciting and like we want to go anyway, so of course go and have fun, but also have some people over, have like a paint and wine night, or have just a wine night, or have wine and board games, or have like an activity night, or do activities that you can do in public places but at your apartment. So that's also a really great way to save some money, is bringing people in instead of having to go out. Another great tip is doing the free activities. So there are so many free activities you can do near Vancouver, especially like go to the beach, go for walks, go hiking, see nature. There's so many like free things. Also, what's wonderful here is like the parking for pretty much all parks is free, whereas in Ontario that's not really the case. But either way, like you could take transit to places in Ontario as well, so you can save money there if you're not driving. Anyway, do free activities. You can also just Google free activities Toronto this weekend, free activities in Toronto in general, free activities in Vancouver, and find the free activities to do near you. Those are pretty much my tips for living in the city. It's definitely doable, and you just have to be mindful of how you want to save your money, how you want to budget your money, where you want to spend your money, what is important to you, what are your priorities. Spend your money on priorities, and everyone's priorities are going to be different. Some people will be like, I want to live super close to the beach, that's a priority. I want to live by myself, that's a priority. So just realize that you're going to have to make some cuts in other areas. I really hope this video was helpful, and I hope that you are able to live your dreams in the city. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I'm working on growing my YouTube channel, so please make sure to subscribe, and let me know if there's any other videos that you would like to see. This is my little dog Maisie, who's joined me here in the end. Say bye, Maisie. Say thank you for watching. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.